The Democratic Republic of Congo, the third largest country in Africa. Although born prince of the Suku tribe, he ended up as a refugee. The man's name is Yiombi Thona. Now he works as a professor at a university in Korea and a champion of refugee issues and human rights at home and abroad. From a refugee to a college professor. Let's find out more about the tumultuous life of Yiombi Thona on today's Heart to Heart. Professor Yiombi Thona, thank you so much for joining us on Heart to Heart. It is a great pleasure.
You're welcome.
Could you please say hello to our viewers watching our show?
Hi, I'm Yiombi Thona from Democratic Republic of Congo in the center of Africa. And I'm professor at Gwangju University and Chonnam University and chair of Asia-Pacific Refugee Relief Network. Nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you for the introduction.
Welcome.
So last year you were elected as chair of APRRN, which stands for the Asia-Pacific Refugee Rights Network, which happens to be one of the largest refugee rights networks in the world. Am I correct? And you were actually the first refugee to be elected for this position.
Right.
What activities have you undertaken?
Right. The Asia-Pacific Refugee Rights Network, as you say, is the largest network in the world. Mm-hmm. We are working in the Asia and the Pacific zone. We have almost 300 NGOs, and we are working in 28 countries. Mm-hmm. Our role is to protect refugees. As you know, most displaced people are located in Asia. Mm-hmm. And Asia also is the zone which many countries signed the law about refugees. So we are here in this area to try to work with government, with UNHCR, with civil society, mm-hmm. to try to protect refugees forced displaced. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was wondering if someone were to ask you this question, what your answer would be. If of all the people that are in need of help, there is an immense number of different reasons people are in need of help. Mm-hmm. Why should we help refugees? What would your answer be?
Thank you for this question. Very interesting question. I think refugees don't need help. Mm. We don't need help. We need respect. We need the respect of laws related to refugees. Mm-hmm. Finish. So, accepting refugees is not a help. Mm-hmm. I'm very sorry to hear some countries' officers that we are helping those people, we are helping refugees. You are not helping them. Mm-hmm. If you are democratic people, if you are democratic societies, a democratic society is a society respecting the law. You made the law, Geneva Convention, Geneva Protocol. You signed it. Before signing, you read, you understood. Respect. So, if someone is recognized as a refugee, mm-hmm. respect his laws, respect all his duty holders. Then, refugee will live as human being. We don't need help. Don't help me. But I'm contributing in development. Mm-hmm. I'm educating Korean people. I'm contributing in tax. I'm trying to change this society. Mm-hmm. This is refugee. Refugees are not just people coming for bread. We don't need bread. Just give us space. We will do whatever you're doing. Mm-hmm. Right.
And it is respect.
Respect.
Respect, that's true.
Very important. Mm-hmm. Right.
So, I mean, it definitely is an issue that we should think much more deeply about. Now, Professor Thona, I know that you have a lot more to tell us, so we're going to take a quick break right now. So let's take a listen to his talk.
The first step we talk about forced migration is internally displaced people. For example, people in Korea, in Seoul, they have a problem like flooding, deeply rain. People cannot live here. They have to move from Seoul to Incheon. So those people, we call them internally displaced people, IDPs, are people who run away from their location to another location inside their country, inside their territory. So they didn't move outside the country. They are still inside the national border. So, and then we have the second step of the forced migration, which we call asylum seeker. It means that from your country, you are persecuted, you are in danger, there is no protection, you have to move because your country of origin, where you're living, the police, the law, the government cannot protect you. You have to move out to another place to seek protection. And this other place is outside the national border. So when you move now to another country, you arrive. For example, myself, I'm a refugee. I came from Congo. When I moved from Congo, arrived in Korea, I went to the Korean government and tell them, look, I have problem in Congo, then the Congo government cannot protect me. I came here to seek protection. So the day you talk to the official from that country, until the day they recognize you, they give you this protection, this time is asylum. So then the day they recognize you, they give you protection. From that day, you are not asylum, you are a refugee. Then we have also some other categories of forced migration, stateless people, people who don't have nationality. For example, in my family, I'm a refugee, I'm a recognized refugee, I got protection from Korea. But when I came from Congo, I had 3 children. And then in Korea, I got 2 children. My 2 last children, they don't have nationality. They are stateless. Why? The Congo law says when a Congolese is born outside Congo, the parents must register the child within 6 months in the Congo embassy. When you pass the 6 months, your child is not Congolese. And then after 16, 19 years, your child must apply for the citizenship. And the Korean law says all foreigners born in Korea cannot get the citizenship at birth. So it means that my 2 kids, I cannot register them to the Congo embassy. I'm a political refugee. I cannot get to the Congo embassy. It means both of them are stateless people. So this category of people also are under mandate of the UNHCR. And then we have other categories like smuggling and trafficking in person. So those are points, those are categories of people who are forced to live somewhere because of persecution, for example, because of nationality, for example, because of race, for example, because of opinion, political opinion, membership, for example. They cannot live where they're supposed to live. They have to go outside to seek protection. So maybe we're going to discuss about this next time in details. Thank you so much.
Now, you were once a refugee yourself, and prior to that, you were born Prince of the Suku tribe in Congo, and you also graduated Kinshasa University, is that right?
Right.
Kinshasa National University with a degree in economics.
Right.
Now, while working for the Congolese intelligence agency as a secret agent, you were charged with leaking classified information and you were thrown in jail, in prison. Could you tell us a little bit more about this in detail?
I never seen a prison in Korea.
I see.
In Korea, those are not prison, those are hotel rooms. How a prison has a blanket, They eat 3 meals a day. They do sports. In case of sickness, they take them to hospital. Our jail was underground.
Underground?
Underground, no toilet, no window, no light. You do everything there. And the Congo prison, they don't provide food. This is general. Your family must bring food. No. When they bring food from the gate, you don't know, the police can eat. Yiombi yesterday ate, today he will not eat. And 2 days after, they provide you. So our friends outside were trying to help us, and they sent us a message, tomorrow around 3 a.m., be ready, we are going to help you to escape.
How did you get that message? How was that message
because
delivered
in the
to you?
Intelligence, we have a police there keeping the door.
I see.
And the intelligence officer, they have the right to come to talk to us, like making interview. You wanted to make coup d'etat, yes or no?
I see.
You accept, sign. So all the time, the one who was coming to interview us sent the message to one of our friends. Please, tomorrow, 3 a.m., you have to escape. But 3 of us didn't trust. 3 a.m., you go out, you die. And then 4, we accept it. 3 a.m., one police came, okay, today you clean. It was very strange, we clean night. Most of the time in the morning, they open, today 1, 2, 3, 4, you clean. But that day it was night. Okay, you, all of you 7 come out and you clean. We understood. But 3, they didn't trust. We follow it, and then, okay, you go, people waiting for you, that's everything arranged. So my friends took another car. The friends helped me to get another car. We cannot run in the same car.
I see. I think I also read something about how you escaped, how you dressed as...
Yeah. Maybe because of time problem, because my story is a 1-week story. It was, as I told you, 1 month. My friend trying where to go. Finally, they decided for me to go to China. And then how to board the plane. Because I worked as spy for 1 year at the airport. Many intelligence officers, they know me. So we decided, my friend decided for me to wear as a lady so that I can take another way and then in the plane. They cooperated with Ethiopia airline people. I'm very sorry. It was a corruption, but corruption to save someone's life. So, and then like lady, hearing, everything, and the breast, everything. Then I went to the custom way as someone working here, then inside the plane. So it was a problem, and this story the Ethiopian staff can witness. I told them, I'm not a woman, I'm a boy. They got shocked. What? And the lady called another lady, another guy came, they took me back side in the toilet to check why I wear like this.
I see.
I explained to them, but they could not trust to me. How can we check this? Then one of them say, oh, I saw a newspaper, kind of that story. I can't find the newspaper. She went, brought the newspaper. They were talking, names were there, but how we know you are Yiombi? Because the document I was using, it was a fake document, not under my name. How we check, is you Yiombi? I said, is me, because whatever you want, I will provide, is me. And then they helped me to, okay, you have to change, but you will not go back to your seat. They gave me the seat just at the kitchen behind. I was there, I traveled there until I landed. Finally, 4 of us, because we were 7, 4 of us ran away. I took Asian way, and my colleague, 3 of them, European way, 2 in France and 1 in UK. I applied the visa to go to Malaysia, no visa, to Ethiopia, no visa. By going to my hotel room, I saw Republic of Korea.
I see.
So for me, you know Korea, here they call Korea Hanguk. They call North Korea Pukan.
Yes.
But outside, we don't know Hanguk, we don't know Pukan. We know Korea, North Korea, South Korea. Sometimes confusing. So when I saw Republic of Korea, directly Kim Jong-il,
North Korea
idea came to me. Then I applied for the visa. They gave me the visa. The same day I sent email to my friends. don't worry, I'm saved. I got the visa to Korea. Tomorrow I'm going to Pyongyang.
Oh, my goodness.
So I found out that it was not Pyongyang. It was Seoul in the taxi here.
Oh.
The guy took me from Incheon, sent me to a closest hotel. But you know where he sent me? From Incheon, he sent me to Seoul, Itaewon here.
Itaewon.
And 7 p.m., many traffic jam.
Yes.
And for me, it was like one city because from Incheon to Seoul, always building, car, road. I said, oh, Pyongyang is a very big city. And the guy said, what? This is Seoul.
I see.
Seoul? And then he took me to hotel. So this was the dramatic short story about myself.
I understand that there was a very long wait for you to be recognized as a refugee. And finally, you were granted status by the Korean government, but that took a very, very long time for you. Why was it so difficult, and why were you not granted refugee status from the very beginning?
At the time, you know, Korea was trying to understand the refugee system. I can tell you at the time, no international standards were respected. At the time, officials, they didn't have knowledge in country of origin information. This is a big tool to determine someone is a refugee or not. How to check information, how to check the statement of this guy. Is he a refugee or not? You cannot check, you call the Congo embassy, you ask them, okay, there is a Congolese here, apply for the refugee. Can you explain what they will tell? Because I ran away from this government, and you asking the same government to give you answer to determine whether or not I'm a refugee. So many confusion and culture problem.
Now, after receiving refugee status, you finally reunited with your family. You said it took about 6 years.
6 years.
Could you tell us about how that felt, the moment you reunited with your family?
I don't know how to express this. 6 years, my last daughter at the time, when I escaped Congo, she was 8 months. And they don't know me. Then, when I got the status, I have to bring them secretly. Because when you follow the process, they will not come. I went to join them in Thailand, Bangkok. And then we came, landed here. From Incheon Airport, we didn't have any place to go. Because for me, I have to see my kids for 6 years.
Yes.
I didn't care about where they will stay, no. I have to see them. And from Incheon, we didn't have any place to go. A friend contacted a pastor. The pastor gave us his prayer room in his house. We stayed there for almost 4 months, and then we moved to another place. So for me, to meeting them at the time, it was happiness and sadness. Happiness because I saw them. For 6 years, I never seen them. And sadness because we didn't have any means to live, how to live with my kids. It was struggling time.
I see.
Yeah.
지금 저희 가족이 모습, 저녁 모습을 담은 영상을 짧게 찍어서 올리려고 합니다.
왜?
네, 여기 조나단방이죠. 네. 지금 뭐 하고 계세요?
나 몰라.
못생긴 얼굴 더 못생기게 나오게 하지 마시고.
찌어 잘 보내세요.
아스드,
또 잘해보세요.
가일리, 추석 잘 보내세요.
수고하세요.
예, 감사합니다.
감사합니다. 추석은 여기
추석 잘 보내세요. 한마디만 해주세요.
무슨 말?
추석 잘 보내세요. 추석 인사.
누구한테?
그냥 사람들한테.
추석 잘 보냈습니다.
잘 보내.
Now, Now, we'd like to talk about your podcast, All About Africa. I think podcasting is a very good way to really interact and connect with your audience, with your viewers. Now, tell us about the contents and goal of your podcast.
The title explain all, all about Africa.
Yes.
I found out that in Korean, most Korean, they don't know about Africa. They don't know what is Africa. In the Korean thinking, Africa is one country. You can ask people, how many countries are in Africa? I can tell you now, we can go outside. We can ask 100 people. I think less than 3 will give you the right answer.
What is the right answer?
The right answer is Africa has 54 countries, very different in culture, in looking, everything. We are different. We made this program all about Africa. So we talk about everything, culture, economic, politics, everything about Africa to let Korean people know that in Africa there is life, as there is life here.
Of course.
Right.
처음에 와서 가장 황당했었던 한국인들의 편견 그런 게 뭐 있었을까요?
한국 사람들 다 이 질문 나와요. 어느 나라 사람? 몇 살? 왜 한국 왔어요? 무슨 일 하고 있어요? 월급 얼마? 자기 나라 좋아, 한국 좋아? 언제 다시 가요? 근데 어느 나라 사람? 오케이, 우리 또 이런 거 질문 나와요. 괜찮아요. 이거 속에 몇 살? 우리는 이렇게 콩고에서 모르는 사람 길에서 헤이, 너 몇 살이요? 이거 스파이 같아요. 아니요, 제가 콩고에서 스파이 있었어요.
맞아, 스파이였어.
Media, when they broadcast something about France, the name comes. UK, the name comes. Canada, the name comes. China, the name comes. But if something comes in one country in Africa, the country name will not come in Africa. I can give you an example, Ebola. Ebola was in 4 countries in Africa, West Africa. But we were victim here everywhere. Be careful about with African, they have Ebola. Here in Seoul, there is one restaurant at Itaewon. They boast freely, wrote in big character, we are sorry, we don't accept African people in our restaurant because of Ebola. Thank you. We protested. And then we complained to the Human Rights Commission. They called him, he apologized. And you know how he apologized? He took off what he wrote about Ebola, he replaced about another one. Okay, for 1 week, if you buy one dish, 5% of the money you pay will go to African poor.
I understand.
You
where
understand.
You're getting it, yes.
So we need to do something African here in this country.
Yes.
We need to do something. We need to show people that we are human.
Okay.
We have all.
All right. Now, the refugees, this is what I heard, the refugees' dream is not to settle in other prosperous countries, but it is to return home, to a safe home, to a place of peace.
Right.
Is that what you also dream of?
Of course. That's why I don't move to the citizenship process. I would like to stay Congolese 100% and go back home. For me, I always advocate for refugees. When you get protection somewhere, learn about the host country, get good things. And then when the situation is okay back home, go back, change what made you to become a refugee. So if you go, you stay there forever, you don't go back. Another one goes forever. Who will build the country? Those countries like Korea, refugees, people, they move out and then they came back with the experience they got from out host countries, they built this country. Imagine, for example, Congo. if there is some respect, how developed can be Congo, the richest country in the world in natural resources. So, sadness sometimes. Yeah.
I see. Hope that the day you return home to a very peaceful and safe place comes very, very soon. Once again, thank you for letting us know more about asylum seekers and refugees and much, much more, and for sharing your story once again.
It's me to thank you for having me, and thank you for thinking about the refugees.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
감사합니다.